If you want to retire wealthy, real estate is one of the best ways to get there. In fact, real estate has minted more millionaires in Canada than any other investment. The best part? Real estate can be a passive income. Once you accomplish financial freedom and all of your investment properties are paid off, the passive income from the form of rent checks will cover your monthly expenses and more, giving you the time that you need to spend your time and energy on things that you value. But here's what most people don't tell you. You can't invest in real estate with no money down. The idea of getting rich in real estate without any capital is a myth. In today's video, I'm going to share the top reasons why you should invest in real estate and how it can help you achieve financial freedom. Stick around till the very end because there's one rule separates those successful investors that accomplish generational wealth from those that don't. Let's dive in. My name is Dhindsa. I'm a realtor here in Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. If you enjoyed today's video, my only ask is that you hit the like button and subscribe button so we can keep bringing more content like this to you. If you want to book a call with my team, click the first link in the description below. In today's video, we'll be covering 3 sections. The first is why you need to own your own home. The second section is learning financial literacy skills. And third are the top 9 reasons why you should be investing in real estate. Before you jump into investing, the first rule when I'm working with clients that are first-time home buyers is encouraging them to buy their principal residence. It makes no sense to be thinking about buying an investment property when you haven't owned a home, or worse, you're still renting. In some cases, I understand there are young adults that are still living at home and they are in the position to buy an investment property because they don't have to worry about monthly rent as they're living with mom and dad. But in most cases, if you are thinking about buying an investment property, the first step should be buying your principal residence. The second thing is, if you want to learn financial literacy skills, you need to learn the basics of what financial literacy is. And the best way to do that is through reading books, watching videos, listening podcasts, or watching my YouTube channel. My working definition of financial literacy skills is getting a basic of how money works and how you can get your money working for you passively through investments like real estate and stocks. The second part is, if you are thinking about investing in stocks or real estate, you need to adapt a long-term investor's mindset, meaning that you're going to invest for a minimum of 8 to 10 years, if not longer. The final part about this is you need to learn the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets are anything that puts money into your pocket, and a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. A funny little story here is I have a child at home that's around 3 years old, and one of the things that I'm trying to drill in their brains is the difference between an asset and liability. Sometimes I joke with my son, asking him where he invests his money, and his go-to answer is, I invest my money in real estate and stocks. Then I follow up that question with, is a car an asset or a liability? And he answers by saying a car is a liability. As you learn more and more about financial literacy skills, you'll be in a position of power of making better decisions related to your financial future that correlates to investing in real estate and stock. Now let's talk about the top 9 reasons why you want to be investing in real estate. Number 1, you can achieve financial freedom through passive income. When you buy your first investment property, whether it's a 1-bed or 2-bedroom condo, townhome, or detached home, one of the first things that you're going to do is put a tenant into your property that's going to help you pay down your mortgage. As your tenant is helping you pay down your mortgage after 10 to 15 years, you'll notice that your passive income for the property increases. Number 2, you can use leverage. When you're buying an investment property here in Canada, you need a minimum down payment of 20%, but it gets better. If you go to a lender and you can get qualified for an investment property, you will only need a down payment of 20%. The lender will provide you the remainder of the amount, which is 80%. So for example, if you're looking to buy a 1-bed, 1-bath condo here in Abbotsford with a purchase price of $400,000, you will only need a down payment of 20%, which amounts to $80,000. You can't use leverage when you go to McDonald's or your favorite coffee shop. Number 3, you're investing for appreciation. If you're looking to invest in real estate for cash flow, it's non-existent here in my home market of the Fraser Valley and Abbotsford. Over the long term, real estate values increase. I use very conservative numbers when I'm talking to my clients that are homeowners and investors. I always say that you can expect your property to appreciate by 2 to 3% per year. But here's where the magic happens, folks. If you can hold on to that investment property for a minimum of 8 to 10 years, you're going to be shocked by what you paid for versus what it's worth in today's market. Number 4, mortgage pay down. We've already talked about this. If you buy a quality property, which is a 1-bed or 2-bedroom condo, and you place a quality tenant, your tenant is helping you pay down your monthly mortgage. Over time, your equity grows while you sit on your hands and do nothing. One thing to keep in mind is that even though real estate is a passive investment, you're going to have things that you have to do for your investment property, like finding a tenant, screening a tenant, getting calls middle of the night for fixing water faucets, toilets, and the list goes on. Number 5, real estate protects you against inflation. As inflation rises, rent and property values increases. And the reason for that is, folks, over time, most things get more expensive, from consumer goods relating to groceries, building materials, and property values. Unlike your money sitting in the bank that's losing value, if you're invested in real estate, it's keeping up with inflation. Number 6, you always have the ability to refinance. Suppose you buy a 1-bed, 1-bath condo here in Abbotsford for $400,000 and it goes up in value by $100,000 to $150,000. You have that option down the road to refinance and take the equity out so you can buy another investment property. When I'm working with my clients that are buying their first investment property, the way that they get the down payment for that investment property is through pulling the equity on their principal residence. Number 7, real estate creates generational wealth. If you're someone that works 9 to 5 or you're a business owner, you can never work enough to make enough. So what I mean by this is, if you own assets like real estate and stocks, over the long term, the value of those assets will go up. Real estate alone has minted more millionaires in Canada than any other investment. This includes those folks that just bought their principal residence and held on to it for 25 to 30 years. Look at this chart where it shows you the average increase in detached home prices here in the Fraser Valley. That's the power of buying and holding quality real estate for the long term. That's the same strategy you apply when you're buying and holding on to your principal residence, and that when you're buying an investment property. Number 8, real estate is a tangible asset. Unlike stocks and crypto, real estate is a tangible asset that you can touch, see, and improve. People will always need a place to live. That's why there's always folks looking to rent and those folks that are looking to buy their principal residence. Number 9, the power of compound interest in real estate. Remember at the beginning of the video, I talked about the one thing that separates successful investors from those that have failed. Successful investors use compound to their favor. If you look at Warren Buffett's net worth, you'll notice that majority of Warren Buffett's overall increase in his net worth came at his later stage in life, when he was 50, 60 to 70 years old. And the way that happened was he bought quality companies and held on to them for the long term. He let compounding do its magic. The same can happen for you when you buy and hold quality real estate here in Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. The longer that you can hold on to your investment property, the better returns you'll see. Investing in real estate can be very profitable if you're playing the right game. We live in a world today where everyone and everything is moving at 150 kilometers per hour, but the fundamentals for real estate investing have not changed. The smartest investors are those that buy and hold quality assets like real estate and stocks for the long term. Do you want to know more about what's happening in your Abbotsford real estate market? Click the video on the side, because I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of what's happening in the Abbey detached, townhome, and condo market, so you can make an informed decision with your next real estate move. I'm Dhindsa, and I'll see you next week.